Day 4, episode 4 of the August Reset. And today I'm going to talk about all the things, the biggest things that I do not like about my life. And when I say do not like, that's an understatement. You can easily say I hate. We're going to start off with this flat, this location, and it's maybe the biggest thing that has been on my mind, but at the same time, I have seemingly been unable to move on from this space. So as you all know, this is in my hometown where I'm born and raised, a very small farmer's town, basically like 10K inhabitants, nothing ever happens here. A lot of beautiful nature, but nothing else, right? And I got this flat with my ex-girlfriend at the time due to COVID, and at the time it made sense to get a place here. Now, we signed a 3-year contract, and before the first year was up, the relationship was already over. So I believe that my ex moved out, I think 1 year into the contract, if I'm not mistaken. And at the time, it was funny, I basically looked at it like, oh my God, how am I gonna get up under these 2 more years, I want to get out of here, I'm gonna stick around a few more months, and then I'm gonna go somewhere else because I don't want to stay here by myself. Doesn't make sense. This is the type of place you get when you have a partner, when you're living together. It's 100 square meters. It's way too big for one person, and also the location in general. This is a little village where you can live. Again, if you have a partner, then it makes sense, and maybe potentially kids. It's a perfect place to have a family and raise kids, but if you're single, living alone, it's rough, it's hard. There is no social life, there's not a lot of things to do or people to hang out with. So I remember thinking, how am I gonna get I'm gonna stay here a few more months and then I'll figure something out. Now, those few more months have now, in 3 weeks, officially turned into another year. So in 1 month, I'll have 1 year left on my contract, and it's so sad and it's so ironic that it seems like I'm gonna need the pressure of actually the contract ending. That's what it'll take for me to stop wasting time and to finally get up out of here. And I am just stuck in this state of indecisiveness, paralyzed by, not knowing, wanting to make the right step, but being too obsessed with making the next step. And therefore just being stuck in this constant circle of planning and plotting and thinking and being in my own head, all whilst just wasting my time in a place where I don't want to be. And one of the most telling examples of this sadness is my terrace. I actually have a nice terrace attached to this flat. And we just, things were already we're already starting to go left with the relationship when, before we got to decorating the terrace. So, and then I just I always kind of felt thinking logistically and rationally, I'm not going to invest more money in decorating a terrace, for a place where I'm not going to stay for much longer. But it's been 2 years now, and the terrace has not changed since the day that I moved in, meaning that it's just this big blank empty space with 2 chairs on it. Like obviously the flat and everything, as you can tell, is beautifully decorated. But the terrace, there was never anything like no little sofa or a lounge or like some, like a table, none of that. So every day that I go out on my terrace to smoke in the evening, like I'm just faced with the brutality of my inadequacy to move forward and to get the hell out of this place, because I'm sitting on this empty terrace and it's just like, it's the most telling example, and it's screaming in my face. And I just, and a part of me, is like, I guess I need more pain and sadness, and like, I want this to stay like an ugly empty terrace so that I'm reminded, that something has to happen, and at some point it's gonna spill over into action. But that just doesn't happen. Like it just kind of, I'm in this perpetual state of sadness and being faced with the fact that I'm seemingly unable to move on from this place. And then that's why I'm making this video. Like I'm actually saying all of these things out loud for the first time, and not even saying it out loud, but sharing it with thousands of people on the internet. And I'm just like, I'm at a point where I am needing to resort to doing this to get the ball rolling, because I have narrowed down, I've done a lot of thinking in the last year, and I've realized like the YouTube lifestyle, the traveling YouTube lifestyle, it's fun. And for the longest time, like, this was on my mind. Like I could just get away, like, pay the fine, cancel the apartment, and just start traveling again and make, and vlog and travel. But I'm 34 now, so like, and I've been doing that basically for the past like 5 years. Well, not 5 years, like not the last 2 years, obviously with COVID, but like I've been doing a lot of that, and that lifestyle is just like the sweetest escape and the sweetest distraction, because you're always gonna feel good when you're traveling. Like I've talked about this a million times. When you're traveling, it's like, first of all, everyone's giving you positive reinforcement, telling you like, oh my God, I wish I could do that. I wish I could travel more. So you're constantly feeling like, well, I'm doing, I'm doing something right because everybody envies me. But really, travel, it's just the easiest way not to think and not to deal, and not to deal with your demons, and not to address your issues, because when you're traveling, you're just in a constant state of, of adrenaline, figuring out where you're gonna sleep next, eat next, move next, like, so you're just constantly in a rush. It's the easiest way not to think. The reason people get sad when they come home from a long travel, it's not, people call this like, it's called the Erasmus syndrome or something, where people they get depressed after like traveling or being on an exchange program. No, the reason they get depressed is because back home, like finally for the first time, they're actually forced to stop and think again, confronted with their thoughts. So anyway, going off of a tangent here on traveling, let me get back to the point. Like I realized like I don't want to do that. I don't want to escape into travel. So like I need to make a solid plan, and like the next move has to be a mature move, and it has to be me leveling up. And one of those things, for example, is I don't want to rent no more. Like I am now understanding that I am moving into a new space in terms of what I want out of the next couple of years. And one of those things is that I've realized I would actually really like to have a family. I would like to have kids, right? But you can't just jump into that unprepared. Like I don't want to be, well, you can, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that guy. Like I've always said, I don't want to be that person raising kids whilst struggling financially. And right now, again, the YouTube lifestyle, like I make enough to get around and to like to live and do my thing, but I'm not saving, and I'm renting. Like I want to be able to buy property, like right now I'm just basically burning up money every month. Whereas if I could get a loan and buy some property, that that would be an investment. That loan would be an investment, and every month I would put money towards paying off that loan, and at the end of the road I would actually own a property. Whereas now I'm just paying money to be allowed to be here, which doesn't make any sense because I don't even want to be here. You see what I'm saying? So once I figured all of those things out, I realized, okay, so I need to basically up my finances. I need to, like further in my career, and that's why right now I am looking to join a company again and work as an employee, at least part-time, because and this is also a big reason why I'm making this video. We have to take, like, we can't just make the jump all of a sudden. Like, we do have to take certain steps in preparation, and for me, that step right now, I think, is obtaining more financial resources, altering my career. Doesn't mean I'm gonna stop doing this, doesn't mean I'm gonna stop coaching, but it does mean, like, I want to be in a position where I'm able to get a loan and all of these things, which right now is not possible. So that's something that I've been working on in the last few months, and now it's starting to materialize. So hopefully in some time that'll come to actual fruition, and I'll be able to to start to ignite that new career. And then, like, I want to get the hell out of here. Now, where that is, location-wise, like, I still haven't figured that out. My problem is that I don't really like the cities in Belgium. I enjoy cities in foreign countries. Obviously, like, I love Barcelona, for example. In Belgium, it's a weird thing. Like, I've lived in 2 cities in Belgium, and when you're from a place, it's different. Like, I don't vibe with those cities in terms of living there. I don't mind visiting and hanging out or going to party there. Like, it's all good, but to live there, it just wouldn't feel like home. And but again, like, that's a bridge that I'll cross, when I get there. I think first, for me, the plan is get more financial resources, shift my career a bit, and through that find a productive solution. And after that, I mean, and this is a big reason why I'm doing this August Reset, because I have basically just been expecting, for something to happen out of the blue. And let me, like, I just want to convey that to you guys. Like, no one is coming to save me or you or anyone. If you don't get that ball moving, if you don't start taking little steps to putting yourself in position to improve yourself, nothing's going to happen. So I'm holding myself accountable by making this video right now. So within 6 months, like, I'm still in the exact same position, you guys can tell me, like, dude, you're full of shit. Like, 6 months ago you were talking about, so I'm doing it. It's happening, all right? And I'm gonna document this, and I want you guys to start making small steps too. And take it from someone who has been trying to come up with a master plan for over 1 year. It's not going down like that, like, you can't just think your way out of a pickle, like, you just, at some point, some action is better. You know, like even if that action might not be might not look like the greatest idea, is going to be better than no action at all. So, okay, I feel like I have been going on for ages, and I think I've said everything I wanted to say. So that's it. That's episode 4 for you guys today. Now I'm gonna show you some, you know, per usual, some more gym footage of me just training some chest and some core. And yeah, that's it. So I hope that this video was of use to any of you, and I want to thank rather all the people that watch these videos all the way to the end. Please comment below if you're still watching right now. I'm talking to you. I know this is a select club this is like less than 100 people that watch all the way through. So I'm talking to you directly right now. Like, you and me, like, we're in this together. Like, you're watching something in real time. This is real life. You are witnessing a man on the brink of a major change, because I'm fed up. I don't want to sit on my terrace no more, like wondering like why I'm unable to, you know, make a shift. The shift is gonna happen. All right. At this point, it's all or nothing, baby. Crash or burn. Like, it's time for some drastic shit. And you're one of the people that's actually following my life. This is not CGI, not a blue screen, not a script. This is Lorenz Dries, me, talking to you, and just, you know, being grateful that I'm not alone in this. All right, I swear I'm done now. Thank you so much. I'll be back soon, and enjoy the gym footage. Peace out.